Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have a Bachelorette preview to get to tonight's episode. I'll share several trailers plus what some of the contestants are saying about tonight's episode and the season in general. So Charity's season of The Bachelorette has aired at 9 p.m. East Coast for the first, 4 or 5 weeks of the season. Well, now it's moving back to 8 p.m. East Coast. So for all those early birds and those that like to go to bed at a reasonable hour, you're back to 8 p.m. East Coast, which means we'll have our live stream tonight at 7 p.m. East Coast. You can check that out. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the alerts, and you'll get the notification for that. And then we'll do a live stream directly after tonight's episode. I'm on Instagram at DNeal, so you can get my stand-up show tickets for my Seattle show August 24th, and the Huntington Beach show August 17th will be live, I think, by tomorrow, and we'll have that on my Instagram at DNeals on the link, patreon.com/Dave Neal for behind-the-scenes bonus content if you want to donate. And also Bachelor Rush Hour, the hit podcast, which, by the way, we've already recorded today's Bachelor Rush Hour. We reveal who the lady is that Sean Booth is having a child with. He just released that video. Plus, the Golden Bachelor deleted their post. Yes, old people can get horny too. So they made that, they crocheted that, I guess. So that has been deleted, but now we can see it in its eternity here. All right, let's get to the trailers. I'm going to play 2 different trailers for tonight's episode. Here's the first one.
Here we go.
There we go. You can go grab it, Joey. I don't feel like reading right now.
Next week's hometowns. I feel like I need that one-on-one time. That's what I'm striving for. Like, I'm really hopeful for it.
Aaron, Xavier, Tanner, Sean. Next stop, hometowns. Charity.
Another group date.
I'm confused. I'm frustrated. I'm mad. It's all like boiling up inside of me and like trying not to come out. I'm trying to suppress it. I'm trying to be in the moment. This is the tipping point where I feel like I need and deserve some answers in terms of where does she stand in all this. Hello.
Hi.
Can I come in?
Absolutely.
How are you?
I'm good.
All right, that's tonight on The Bachelorette. And of course, that's Sean, as we talk about all the time. It never goes well when you're halfway through the season or farther than that, and somebody who hasn't gotten a one-on-one date feels mad and they go to the room and everything. Not a good look. So then, hey, look here, Dr. Diane commented this: The Bachelorette on average is 8 episodes, shorter than The Bachelor, which is 12. When it first started 20 years ago, they had only 4 episodes. We are getting 9. It's not that short. Well, look, I don't know how it all breaks down, but it does feel short this season. Chances are maybe Charity, maybe there were budget cuts, or who knows? They're packing in the Golden Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise. Either way, we don't want to shortchange Charity, but is it too rushed? Some of the contestants might think so. Watch this.
Marriage and that whole thing of comfortability, it scares me.
You never know when you're going to talk to her again. Like, this could be the last time.
Yeah. I really like Charity, and I want to fall in love.
Look at that outfit he's wearing.
Nervous because I know what's on the line.
I felt like I was coming from last week on a high and feeling so confident and sure about you. And I want to know, did this week change that for you?
I think for me, it scares me to, genuinely commit all myself to one person forever, because it's something I've never done before, and I want to do it once. I want to do it right.
Yeah.
There has to be no doubt in that.
Okay.
I know that I want to get engaged. I know I want to get married. It's a question of if that's you.
Coming up tonight on The Bachelorette. And of course, look, that's essentially what Brayden was saying. Look, I want to do this, but I don't know, and Brayden Zach said, oh no, he never wanted to get engaged. And it's like, not to you, lady. You know what I mean? Either way, it looks like a week later, a commenter, Blessing Irving, says, these guys owe Brayden an apology. Well, somebody who does feel secure is Dotun. Here's what he had to say on Bachelor Happy Hour, the hit podcast. And by hit podcast, I mean people hit the pause button whenever it comes on because they don't want to listen to it. Here's what he had to say, 2 clips.
About how did you get on the show?
It's a great question. Honestly, I got on 2 weeks before filming started. I was a really short time period, probably one of the shortest I've been told. But it was just happenstance where someone dropped out. someone thought of me to fill that role. And so I jumped in at that 2-week point. And
now, we don't know if Dotun wins, but if Dotun does win, the fact that he got on the show because somebody else dropped out would be like the craziest fate. You know what I mean?
So I was going through the whole process for those 2 weeks and like kind of unsure if I was really going to go through with it because it was so short term. I didn't have time to think about it. But truly, it was seeing Charity at the woman tell-all for Zach's season. I was watching it just because they're like, they're going to announce the Bachelorette. So like, great, maybe this will shift my mood or shift my decision. And I was looking at all these beautiful girls from Zach's season, and they're all smart in their own way. And I was like, this is great. Like, but nothing was like doing it. And I was like, can I really like pour my heart into something like this? But then, I don't know. I saw Charity, fan to Charity, and just saw her, and I was just like, there's something about this person that like, I don't know. It felt like my soul was like speaking like, hey, you should go for this thing. And so once I saw her, that was kind of the deciding factor truly for me to be like, okay, I am actually going to go through with this. That morning I had woken up, I was certain I was not going to, because like, it was just too much of like, again, too short and financially and for work and career. It just felt like it wasn't the right timing. But once I saw Charity at that tell-all, I was like, okay, I think there's something telling me to go. So that was when I went for it.
Her soul spoke to you live.
That's beautiful, Don. Oh my gosh. And I will say, Joe, you've kind of said that when you saw me come out of the limo, you felt some sort of pull as well when I was on my season.
Yeah, I didn't give it much thought because I just never thought I would be back on the show. But yeah, no, there's a certain person that has like a spark that you're just kind of like, And I see that like even when you're talking to Charity, I feel like I could see that between the both of you.
Yeah, and it's like, look, what is that spark that drives people together? Is it physical attraction? Of course, there's a part of it that's physical, but does that physical attraction come because there's a sort of a sixth sense there, a bond that exists sort of metaphysically?
Consider bringing the issues with Braden and the men in the house to Charity? Or what was kind of your opinion on that? You don't have to comment on the other guys if you don't want to, but like your approach to the Braden situation personally.
I mean, my approach to the Braden situation and to life in general is like, I don't do drama. I don't think there's a lot of value in drama. So generally, I think things fall into place as they should and as they are. So
maybe that's why he wasn't on the cast in the first place, because he doesn't do drama. Now, typically, whoever wins the show isn't involved in the petty drama. That's not always the case. We had Sean Booth and Nick Viall, right? They had the craziest amount of drama, and they were the finalists. But here we have someone who's working his way to the end of the show. Again, we don't know who wins. There aren't any spoilers out. Reality Steve does not know who it is. You know, someone's going to be right. A broken clock's right twice a day. Someone's picking it. But either way, says, I don't do drama. He's got his eyes on the prize.
I would have never done that. I would have never. My whole goal was to just build on a relationship that I had with Charity, given the time that I have. It's so limited. I couldn't even fathom for a second talking about. I don't think there's a single time where I even mentioned anything else's name.
Yeah, no, you don't. Which I want. That's why, like, you're somebody who I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, this guy, like, you know what you're doing. Like, you're there for a purpose. You're trying to see if this is going to work, and you're focused. Like, you're one of the few guys where I'm like, and I see this with Joey too. He's another one where I'm like, these guys are just really focused on why they're there, why they want to be there, and the goal. Not to consider Charity a goal, but like the goal is to fall in love. So, I mean, I personally, I see that in you. So,
I appreciate you also mentioning that Charity's not, because people would be like, oh, like, are you gonna win? It's like, it's not a winning thing. This is like stressful. Like, if you're looking at it in that frame, that's insane, you know? Like,
all right, so he calls it stressful. That indeed it is. But, you know, winning is falling in love. That's a good win, right? Or not getting, I don't know, canceled. That's also a win. That's a defensive win, right? All right, let me know what you think. We'll be live today. We might be a little after the typical 4 p.m. So our goal is going to be 7 p.m. East Coast, 4 p.m. Pacific. We may be a few minutes behind that, but just hang tight. The link will be live, and you can comment. And once we get there, we'll go through all of the new trailers. Usually the show releases some new content right before the episode. So we'll get all to that, all of that tonight. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the alert bell. There's a little bell there. If you hit that, you won't miss any of the notifications because there's going to be a lot of content this week. A very busy one. Summer is coming to an end. That's right. You got your back to school shopping getting ready. That's going to be happening before you know it, which means we will have an announcement for the charity we like to do, which is our Amazon wish list for teachers. We'll have more on that soon, but get ready for that. We always like to donate to our teachers, get them some pencils so they can start grading these students. Oh, flunk a few. Teach them a lesson. They're not paying attention. All right, you guys are. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Bye now.